Alright, so welcome guys if you are just joining us. Here will be the Civ draft for this set, as I will now update the scoreboard. But the Gothfather with Saracens, Mayans, Teutons, and Celts, and our Viking player, Andrew with Vikings, Mongols, Magyars, Aztecs. What do you think about that? Letting Vikings slip through in the draft.
Oh, I don't know. What's the big deal? I mean, you can't ban every civ. You can't snipe every civ, right? Like you look at you look at the bans here, they seem fairly reasonable, right? You look at the snipes here, and they seem fairly reasonable. Like you can't get everything, right? So you have to just compromise.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one to say the least. I'm looking forward to seeing how this one pans out, guys. Thank you guys for joining us yet again. And we are going to start loading into the game here. I'm at 5 seconds when you are ready, Hitch.
Do, do, do. I am ready enough.
3, 2, 1, go. Alright, game one between Andrew and the Gothfather. Gothfather going with Mayans here, and we have Magyars for Andrew. So, would like to see the Mayans go into some archers with the transition to eagles later, obviously, what they do best. And Magyars, most likely going to go straight to scouts. So, will be interesting to see this matchup. Think we haven't seen this matchup, but maybe 1, 2 times so far in the bracket, so will be very interesting to see where this one goes. And luckily enough, we do not have another bugged map, so this one looks pretty good as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Huh? So Battlegrounds. This one's beat to death, but how do these players play it? Are we going to see, um, you know, Andrew early on in the middle? Is he out there to get, what are they? Turkeys? Geese? Geese today.
Yes, today
Maybe
they
he'll
will be
find
geese.
some geese also coming in for Gothfather. He's actually found 4, so he's definitely found some, and Andrew is not.
Yeah, the eagle bonus on this map is underrated as well. That additional line of sight. If you just check the scouting, I mean, he sees so much more of the map
He
already.
he's already up to 7 extra geese. I mean, sorry, 6 extra geese. It's huge bonus for the Mayan player.
Yeah, it's definitely something that we've seen a few times, but we'll see if this pays off for him here, and it should. But Mayans likely going into archers, so all this additional hunt or herdables he's going to be bringing in just extra resources to help him get up to castle faster, keep his fill production up. So Mayans are a civ that I very much have been surprised not to see more of on this map. I know it's a very scout heavy map, but Eagle's also extremely good on this one.
Yeah, I mean the power of mines, the way they can mass up archers quickly and efficiently, can really counter scouts more than a lot of archers, right? You get a good ball of them there, and scouts suddenly can't take such great fights, especially if you're using the hill to your advantage.
Yeah, and it's a very big deal to get the walls up early if you expect the scouts to be coming in as well. So we should start to see those walls to come up pretty quickly here, as both players are also pushing the deer. So the Godfather, not only did he push or go out early and get a bunch of extra geese, but he has also been pushing his deer. So his
And
eco
he's
is
got a
going to look
Vilf
pretty good.
going forward.
Yeah, Andrew has one headed to the north as well to that boar. Loom in for both players already, right? Yep.
But it'll be berries for Gothfather. Interesting decision here.
Yeah, definitely something I didn't expect. Yep. Andrew is bringing in that boar from distance, and it will make it no problem. Unfortunately for him, he did kill quite a few geese here, so a little bit of a rough transition for himself there. But still going to be sitting in a pretty good spot. And, we're actually seeing Andrew push the deer. Or not Andrew, the Gothfather pushing a deer to his Millvilles here forward. So he's going to use it for
Yeah.
berries and to push deer too. Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, that'll work. I somehow feel he'd be better off milling the deer, as it's the faster source, and if you want to spare his later, taking that. He hasn't scouted far beyond his base. There are still geese out there that he could nab if he was scouting and using that extra line of sight, and
Hmm.
he still doesn't know where his opponent is. So pushing the deer is not the most. I'm not convinced.
Yeah, it does feel weird to do that. Especially, I mean, he could have just put the mill a little bit closer there on the far side of the berries and just hunted the deer and then gone to the berries realistically. But both players going to be on their way up. Andrew going to be up just a little bit faster. Definitely looks like a scout build here from Andrew as we see the Gothfather actually queuing up militia at the moment.
Yeah. So what does that mean? It's not enough. Not enough fill any kind of Josh FC men at arms, considering he's almost up to feudal then. But he's only got one.
Yeah,
Where's
he
the other one?
is on gold,
There.
so I'm guessing this is going to be a man-at-arms rush with archers following it. He will be scouting his opponent here shortly. Going to be running right into the mill. And Andrew has found his opponent, did walk fairly closely under that TC, and did in fact lose some HP. So, alright,
I
third
mean,
militia just now completing, and he is sending them forward. Not quite enough food to click man-at-arms yet. There comes the man-at-arms upgrade.
the timing will work out well. Unfortunately, Andrew should have scouted this. Hopefully he saw that. No reaction at home, no quick walls. So he didn't see it. It would have been if he was paying a little more attention to the mini map or watching it scout, he could have seen the militia coming in and had this whole wood line walled up and been perfectly safe, right? He just walls to that mill, nothing gets in.
Yeah, and it's really rough position here because if these men-at-arms get in on this wood line, it's going to be very difficult here for Andrew to get much done. He's already running and trying to quick wall in a bit.
Yeah,
Oh, but the
I
town
mean,
center is going to shoot the eagle down first and actually going to take a ton of HP off of these men-at-arms.
yeah, unfortunate micro for Goth, but Andrew's probably pretty thankful right now. This is still all this idle time, all this quick walling. This is why you gotta be careful. You gotta watch that mini map. You need to see what's coming.
Yeah,
Oh
and
no, and the Vills. What are these Vills doing? Okay,
they're
they're
just
gonna be
going to
okay.
kill the man-at-arms.
Nope. Okay, yeah, because the man at arms decided to attack the lumber camp. That was actually a great play by Andrew.
Yeah, he does have his starting scout there. Will be getting more scouts in production here, and this man-at-arms
Well,
rush really not paying off at all at this
oh,
point after that micro.
more scouts already forward for Andrew. He's sending him home. I disagree with that. There's two half health men at arms. Don't overcommit to this.
Yeah, I think
Go
he
in and get
wins this
your.
with his two scouts he has at home, but coming home to clean it up, uh, it's still an option, and he will clean it up without issue here, but like you suggest, I would have left the others forward, just left new production out back.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, they were weak enough that the two scouts that were home and some vills just kill it off and
The man-at-arms didn't
get
even stop attacking the lumber camp either, so
the exactly just get the counter in. Like Gothfather Mind Player has played this completely open. He's starting to put up some else holes on his wood line, but and on his gold, so he is reacting to the fact that he's behind on military now.
Yeah, he also has 3 spears defending his forward here, and he has dropped another mill to get those deer, so definitely trying to keep a presence in the middle.
Yeah, so still nothing out of the range though from our Mind Player. Is this some horribly executed attempt at a FC after the Men at Arms, or he didn't use the Men at Arms very well. He doesn't have a follow up. I'm not sure that I see the strategy here.
Yeah, and Neville going to be taken out really nicely here. Going to lose a scout in the process, but 1 for 1, it's not a terrible trade-off. All this idle time coming forward as well. And we are going to see another one go down here, it looks like.
Yeah, I mean, haven't evened up the KD. Actually, wow. No, look at the Eco KD.
Yeah,
You know, Andrew didn't lose any vills in from those Men at Arms, and he's taken 2. So excellent position for him. He's still got more scouts coming out. Unfortunately, an idle scout. It looks like he forgot about it in his base. But 4 scouts forward, not a bad position to be in against a player who's still not done anything. I mean, Gothfather isn't anywhere close to Castle Age.
yeah,
He isn't. He's only got a few archers. The only thing I don't like here is the idle scout and the fact that he's waiting so long to go pressure the eco again.
yeah. The Gothfather only with 12 farms right now as well, and Androo on the opposite side has 21 farms. So definitely going to be a much better streamlined castle age coming in for Andrew here. And these
How many?
archers, oh no, the archers are out, and the
Yeah.
scouts are in position to take them all out.
So how many scouts before it makes sense to add in bloodlines here?
Honestly, if you're not going up against scouts, I don't really think Bloodlines is needed until you're on your way to Castle
Okay.
Age.
See, and that's why I ask. I'm just curious. 'Cause he wasn't on gold, but he's on gold now. So whether that's for bloodlines or for going up, we'll find out shortly.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a great upgrade that he could pull at any time, but being up against what he is, as far as spearmen and archers, archers aren't really going to do a whole lot of damage to scouts in low numbers, and you're just going to run away from the spearmen anyways, so why bother the upgrade? Just get to castle faster.
The idle time on this military for Andrew is just breaking my heart a little bit, though. You have 6 scouts. You have an exposed gold mine. Um,
He has actually 3 more scouts at home too, so he has 9 scouts in total.
yeah, well, the counter comes in from Gothfather, but I don't know how much success this number of archers and spears are going to have, but it will require a counter.
Andrew
Oh,
in chat
and
saying he has sad micro chat with the scouts. So I don't think it's been terrible by any means. It definitely has been a little bit lackluster, as Hitch suggests here, but I it's it's worked thus far. Just you
yeah,
could have had a little bit of a better situation for yourself.
right. I guess my position overall is if you're investing in this many scouts, 11, he's lost like 4 or something. Like he's built like maybe in the range of 12 to 15 scouts. At that point, you should have gotten the armor already. You
Yeah.
should have maybe considered bloodlines because you're making that many
Oh
scouts.
no,
That's what I meant
stand
by
ground in the north, so the scouts are taking one-on-one engagements against the spear.
why does everyone use stand ground? It's such a bad. I've never seen that work in anyone's advantage.
Yeah,
It's
I mean, ultimately cleans up the military on the front, but lost so many scouts in the process.
such
Oh,
a heartbreak. And that's what I'm saying. Like I love the heavy scout play. I love the like 12 plus scouts here. It's very fun. It can be very successful. But if you don't get armor and you don't get bloodlines with that many scouts, and then you have them on stand ground and you're not keeping them active, you just spent 1,000 plus food for nothing.
yeah,
For
the
2 Vil kills, or 4 Vil kills, sorry.
bloodlines did just come in on the way to Castle, which honestly I think is still the right move unless you see that your opponent has it or you're going to be
Yeah.
in feudal for a
Oh,
lot longer.
right.
But
Well, that's what I'm getting at. Yeah, what indication we have he was going castle? You know what I mean? Like when you make 15 scouts, at a certain point, it doesn't matter what you're up against. If you're going to have 15 scouts,
Yeah.
um,
No, Andrew, I get stand ground if you're actually able to pay attention to it, but you have to be able to pay attention to it. That's the problem. Like, I have seen it at least a dozen times now in this bracket alone,
yeah,
where we have seen such terrible engagements for players using different stances that aren't attack.
yeah. I mean, even defense would be better. We've seen a lot of stand grounds. Like I maybe where that's just where we're at with this bracket is it's the players who are competent enough and knowledgeable enough to know of some tricks that maybe more experienced, higher level players will use, but they just don't have the skills to execute on them. And that's not meant to be an insult, Andrew. I can't do anything. You'd kick my ass. It's just, maybe that's all it is. You know too much for your own good at that point because you lost. I see five, four, five maybe scouts up there because of that. Just
Mm.
painful.
Yeah, it is it's a weird elo range to be in too, because you're like in the top, what, 12% of the world, but you're also like still learning so much about the game. Like, I mean, I am not even close to that elo range, but like I know that my struggles with this game are, you know, frustrating to say the least, and I can tell you that I have never used
Oh,
another
oh, what?
stance with
No, don't run
with
away, Andrew.
skills.
Andrew was going to be able to dive on 4 vills on those berries, but he ran away from 3 crossbows with 4 knights.
Yeah, he came back to try to deal with this push in the front of his base, and
Oh yeah, fair enough. Okay, never mind. No, I get it. I didn't see that.
yeah, I think he'll take
Um,
a really good engagement here, assuming we have the right stance. But he's circling around on the hill. Even with the spears here, it's a lot less spears than
attempted
knights.
siege workshop workshop from the Gothfather is not going to happen right now, right? Well, actually,
Town
well, with these
center
houses,
forward.
if no siege workshop,
I see it coming
you,
now. I didn't see those villas
you
coming forward.
the villas are just going to die unless Andrew isn't paying attention.
He just
Oh no, they run.
cancels it. Yep.
Okay, now this is an opening though for Andrew. Military numbers are equal, but he has knights versus crossbows. He needs to raid. He needs to get into the eco. Gold is exposed at Gothfather's base. Oh, wood is still safe, but he's got enough knights to get through if he really wants to. Um, just don't go. He's just going to dive in on the military though, and the pikes and the archers will eat this up.
Yeah, backing up now. Still with the villager lead. I like the town center additions here in the mid. Going to be sitting in a fine position. I just feel like if we go back to those scouts earlier, we could have had a lot bigger lead here for Andrew.
Yeah, absolutely. If those scouts were a little more active, and a little more not on stand ground. I mean, he's got a good lead. He got 4 vill kills. It's hard to complain, but it could have easily been 8, 12 there with the military numbers advantage he had. But hindsight's 2020, right?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I mean, nonetheless, I mean, it's still a very
The,
good game for him. He's still
yeah, I
in
mean, but
a
there are
good
big
position.
numbers here. There's a lot of crossbow, and there's enough pikes to scare these knights away. So is this going to be about who gets spooked first? Because I don't think Andrew is going to commit to a counter. If he's going to see this in front of his base and he's going to turn around.
Uh, yeah, I get it. I get it. Monk gonna go down here, unfortunately, as well. But you know, the knights, if they dive, this is gonna be a big
Yeah, I
raid.
mean, they have they're fully upgraded for castle. Um,
He's gonna dive on
he,
the gold, but they're fleeing.
honestly he should dive on the TC. If all these garrison, there'll be enough villagers that can't get in. That'll make it worth his time.
Yeah, spearmen,
There,
crossbows, and pikes taking some vill kills here, but will be realized, so that's not bad.
I definitely get the feeling Andrew just feels a little too cautious about taking engagements here. Like he could fight under a TC with 12 knights fully upgraded in Castle Age. He could fight under that TC and kill a lot of vills.
Yeah, he is going to take a nice engagement here, though, with a few crossbow pickoffs, two Vil pickoffs. So,
Yeah, that,
still being active enough to do a good bit of damage here. The main military, in fact, walked under a TC for Androo as well, and he reacted with good time. But I mean, that said, the Gothfather also doing a pretty good job to keep his military numbers up here. Villager counts also not too far off, but he will continue to lose more and more if he's not careful. And here's a really nice attack coming for Androo as he surrounded the archers and sends all those
yeah,
back. He will clean this up.
it it's all going to be about follow up here. I mean, what we haven't seen since Fuel Age is Andrew really dive in and really get any value for his military against Eco. He's got a 21-12 lead now. He's faster. He needs to hit the gold. He's got enough knights to break through the mining camp, even if necessary. He needs to hit the farms, something. Just don't stand idle. Um,
Yeah.
this is a window to really get a big lead, right?
Yeah, and he's doing a good job to secure some relics for himself. Really rough though. The map division right now is so equal. Like, I think there's a little bit better gold on the side of Andrew here, and I would love to see a castle on this gold that he's about to attack, just to force his opponent off of that. But
It's perfect. All these fills can go down.
yeah, this is the best attack he's got on Vils for sure here in a minute, because they will definitely go down. Not all the knights are attacking, unfortunately, but
Yeah, I mean, I think you would have
oh,
been better off protect. Oh, that's a great castle. Keep your
read my
millet.
mind, sir.
This
On
is
that
good.
gold. Great forward position. You've got all your military there, so you don't see any military that to contend with.
And look at how much more is coming forward. Look, 4 scorpions.
Yeah.
Beautiful addition. I've loved the night scorpions we've seen on Battlegrounds this bracket. It's really been paying off for players against bike play.
Yeah, and I mean, any engagement taken here will be a good one. There's very few pike numbers here. He's actually going to micro back so the scorpions can get involved as well. So this is going to be a great engagement, and I don't know how many units he'll lose, but it's definitely going to be very few here.
Now this
Castle's
is
going to come up. GG in.
yeah, and I think that's perfectly a reasonable call from Gothfather there. I mean, everything you have is countered by the scorpions, and you're not going to be able to get to the scorpions with the slow units with the knights in front. Um, I just feel, and it's just too bad. That was such a good game. I think, right? Like both players were really equally matched there. I think it was a good one.
Yeah,
Like you
definitely.
commented, they both expanded very well. They were both trying to push each other. You know, neither got a ton of value against Eco. Um, but I really enjoyed that one.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of the right moves were made by both players. I mean, it's been a long time since I saw Battlegrounds where it was seemingly split down the middle of the map, um, which makes it all the more important. Like this engagement here, pulling back to take the better engagement with the Scorpion, still going to be able to get the crossbow to secure valuable resources. I feel like a lot of good things were decided upon there at the end.
Yeah, in Age, it so many times comes down to those little things, and I definitely think making sure that you pulled back just enough to get the scorpions involved, turned what would have been like a minor victory in a battle to a complete destruction that caused a GG there.
Absolutely. 100% agree. We will be moving on to game number 2, which is the Gothfather's home map, which will be Mott and Bailey.
Oh, and Andrew, we love interesting games and entertaining games, but we especially love entertaining games on Mont and Bailey. Um,
I love Mott and Bailey games. They're
yeah,
spectacular.
I we're
I
both big fans of Mont Bailey, and I honestly think the community at large likes the map. It's interesting, at least. Love it or hate it, it's an interesting map, right?
Indeed, and I'm impatient, so I'm going to tell you now it's Mongols for Andrew, and it is Teutons for the Gothfather.
Interesting. So I've talked about Mongols a lot here. I really like Mongols here. You start with a boar real close. There's another boar you can get. You start with a mill already on deer, and you have a second group of deer. Um, Super easy fast castle for Mongols. I think UFC, you drop 3 castles in the lower part of your base to secure your golds, and then Mangadai and Siege can just destroy on this map. We haven't seen it, but that's how I imagine it could go.
Yeah, well, when you're ready at 5 seconds, I'm excited to see what happens.
All right, let's do it.
3, 2, 1, go. All right, so uh, interesting to see how this one works out here. Um, like you mentioned, Mongols with a big advantage with all this additional hunt, the free mill on deer already, close bore. It's going to be very important to see how this one transitions, and if we see feudal aggression, or if we do see those fast castles.
What's the play for Teutons here?
I mean, Teutons, I feel like are chosen on this map because they have incredible units early with the additional melee armor. Scouts obviously slower, but being able to tank a little bit more damage. Additionally, this is kind of like an arena type feeling. Not that it's an arena type map, but it has that feel for it. And Teutons are a magnificent arena civilization, so I think that is a couple reasons to choose them here. Farms also extremely cheap for Teutons, which is nice. I don't know, what do you think about the choice here? Why do you think we see
I
Teutons?
I asked you. I talked about Mongols. You guys talk about Teutons. It's only fair.
I mean, Teutons are a great civ right now. They're in a great place. I mean,
Yeah, I mean they used to be kind of a joke civ, much like Turks, but they're very viable now with all the changes in D.
yeah, and those who are wondering, we do have trade workshops on the map. It's just for show and a little bit of line of sight, I guess. Nothing happens with those special, so don't expect any ticking resources or anything like that. If you haven't seen the map, if this is your first time here, welcome, and get ready to enjoy an interesting one. Alright, so Mongol player is the one to watch early, right? Because we got to see what they're going to do. And it looks like he's going to move out to bring in that second boar right now.
Yeah, I mean it's the Mongol player definitely has the at least the early advantage with economy here. So it's up to him to set the pace of the game. Unless Gothfather decides to do something crazy and unusual, Mongols have the initiative at first.
Yeah, and headed out to the forage berries right now is the Gothfather. He has built 4 houses, staying true to his Arabia style builds, although those were not really needed here. You start with, is it 25 population space or 20?
20. You start with 3 houses, I think. No, yeah, 3 houses.
Yeah,
You
and
start with
then
three
the
houses in
TC,
the
so
TC.
20. So he has built a significant number of houses he probably doesn't need here, but
Yeah, 40 pop space in Dark Age.
yeah, feels a bit crazy. But uh, Androo obviously has practiced this map before. He is already out with 4 vills on to deer, and he's sending even more out in that direction as well. So this is a very streamlined build. Do expect it to be a fast castle here.
Well, I mean, we'll find out here in a few vills, right? Whether it's going to be a fast castle or feudal play.
Yeah, I mean, he is going to build a mill on the second patch of deer as well. He will actually go loom, cancels loom, and hen is going up to feudal. So maybe
Yeah, no,
thinking about some feudal pressure here.
that's what it looks like. I mean, we're not on gold, so this is no FC at this point.
Yeah, and he's going to go Feudal Age and then Loom to ensure that he gets up that much faster. And then interestingly, 22 pop for the Gothfather. He has queued one villain production and two behind this right now as well. So maybe he's going to try some sort of a fast castle?
Yeah, and we'll find out. The difficulty with countering the FC here, not that it's terribly difficult. We've seen a lot of FCs get smashed. But you need both, right? You need either a tower and melee or melee and archers. So it's quite the commitment to go feudal. It's you can't just get by with just scouts or just archers usually.
Yeah. What do you think about this very forward lumber camp here from the Gothfather?
I mean, it's obviously unnecessary, but you're going to have vills forward if you need them. So if you're talking about quick walling, you're going to have vills forward to build production buildings. Maybe it's just about getting that presence further out on the map. And he needs to be worried about that because look at this gold for Gothfather. Just very bad luck for him on the gen to have
Yeah.
two gold piles close to each other. It would be a really nice TC spot, but it's also a big vulnerability.
Yeah, and
He,
the reason I brought it up is I've not seen this yet, and I really like this. Because if you do get attacked, you will have vills in the vicinity to put walls up behind. So,
well, yeah, I agree. I just want to say, what do you think of this mining camp?
by the Gothfather,
Yeah,
he does not like free buildings. We have discovered that the buildings provided just are not good enough for the
no,
Gothfather.
he's a self-made man.
Yes, he will build his own, and eventually he will accidentally use them. Scout production has begun here for Androo, so we'll see where he attacks and if he can actually get in here. Gothfather behind this, 27 pop, finally on his way to Feudal Age, and you know what? Already on stone, so maybe expecting to put up some defensive towers, or maybe looking to Castle Age, going to want to try to get up a castle at some point.
Yeah, I think Andrew's going to have difficulty getting in here. I mean, we have these forward vills. A barrack is going to come up, so there'll be wall behind. There's no vills coming forward. There's no archery range from Andrew, so it doesn't look good for him getting in anytime soon.
Yeah, and he is going to put a Vil here. He needs to
Well,
wall up the
unless he
other
builds the
side.
house in the wrong spot. Is there a, yeah, okay, that's a little better, but
Needs to get this other house down. Yep, not bad. And then he has, he's going market. And blacksmith on the front, so he will be FCing this. Also adding a stable, so going FC into knights, potentially. Also building a few spears in defense. Really want to see a house or something in this corner, though. This palisade is slowly losing HP. Will he react in
maybe
time?
is this trap from Andrew? Is attacking one place to distract, and yeah, these are going to be in.
Yep, they are in indeed. Only one
That's tragic
spearman
for
out.
Goth.
Oh, there's the other spearman. Yeah, I mean, he should be able to survive long enough, though, to be able to recover. But, oh, he's going to lose these vills forward here. Oh, no loom! No loom! The Godfather's going to
Wonderful.
put loom in behind this vill. Two vills have died already.
Two
Two
more will
more will
die.
die, no question.
This is
Oh,
this is and this is the risk we talk about going FC is you can do it, but you have to be so careful. And he wasn't here. He thought he was safe after he dealt with the scouts from the bottom, and he just didn't catch the other attack.
yep.
Amazing by Andrew to pull that off, though.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, very, very rough position now. I mean, he's got 5 scouts in his base. He does have loom at least. Will be trying to put some quick walls down here. But so many exposed villagers. Still open at the front as well. Not going to be able to close that up right now. And behind this, what's the eco looking like? Gothfather about to click castle, just shy a little gold. Androo also going to be clicking castle soon. Just needs to get the gold for it. And Morville's going to die on the berries. So we're going to have Castle Age coming for the Gothfather at 26 villagers, and very shortly Andrew will be able to click up
Yeah.
as well with
7
32.
vills lost by Gothfather here. Really kind of destroys your FC, but on the plus side, he's going to be up soon. If he can secure this hole, if he can get a couple TCs up, maybe he can still take advantage, even if it's less than what it should have been.
Yeah, I mean, he has to boom a bit here. Uh, if he doesn't, he's going to be at a severe deficit and eventually just not be able to produce. Which honestly, I think he doesn't. I don't think he can produce anything anyways with his eco the way it is. 2 on
Yeah,
gold, 11 on food is not the way that you're gonna produce many knights. So
yeah, Andrew. I wasn't able to get a word in with Juicy talking earlier, but yeah, I kept finding you not being on gold yet concerning. So that's why it took so long to get up to castles. He didn't get on to gold until like 16 minutes or so.
fair enough. I talk a lot. You can interrupt me. It's okay.
I would never.
Castle Age will be in. We'll see what the decision is here from the Gothfather. One
Boom, boom,
TC
boom.
on the very unfortunate gold position. Actually looking to be a little bit of a better position if he has that TC there. And then
Yeah,
one in
that's
the north as well.
it's a bit of a double-edged sword, right? Like if he had been pressured there earlier, a forward tower or something could have devastated him. But this TC, amazing. But another TC coming up on the other gold, and a third TC coming up on the stone. So this is full-on super boom from Gothfather.
Yeah, and I kind of worry about this. You can't give Mongols this kind of time.
Well, it's worrying to give the Mongols this time, but more than that, you only have 8 on food. You don't have the food eco to support 2 TCs, let alone 4.
Yeah, it will be stables first here for Andrew, but then it should be moving into Mangadai there shortly after. His eco looking a little bit better balanced, but still,
I mean, 5 on stone, he will be getting those castles up before too long.
yeah, we do see a lot of farms dropped pretty quickly here for the Gothfather, so he's going to try to balance his eco out a bit. Has way too much wood right now, so I would like him to pull a few off of wood for
Well, it's
another couple
Andrew
farms.
truly with 1,000 wood, not where you want to be.
Yeah, and he's dropping a bunch of farms right now and an archery range. So, gonna be getting the correct upgrades, transitioning into what I imagine will be a Mangadai push here before too long.
So the move is obviously a castles at home here, right? You don't do anything crazy as
Um,
Mongols.
I think you try to castle the middle hill in between both
Okay,
bases. I think
okay.
you have some military in the field. I think you should be patrolling this area. This area in the middle, this hill, is going to be very hard to push and very hard to be pushed off of. That
And we haven't
home,
discussed this.
go ahead.
What do you think of this gold villager in the north?
I mean, it's
You got
gutsy.
me look, you got me looking at the map, and I saw that. Sorry, I was listening to you, but that was a interesting move. Is that
It's
a misclick?
very gutsy. I imagine it was, but yeah, I think that if you castle the middle hill here, I think that's your best spot to castle with Mongols, because you're never going to get pushed off of it with Mongols, in my opinion. Especially with some Mangadais, being able to snipe the siege so quickly, so efficiently. And that castle will be coming up. Okay, he's going to put it on a hill to the south on a gold. It's also a good position. Really secures that side of his map. So
Absolutely. I
I
mean,
will not
secures the
argue
gold.
with that one. It's a pretty good castle as well.
Yeah, and honestly, most of his gold is on that side of his base, so not bad at all. I Andrew's got to be so confused here at this point, right? Like he was expecting knights. He made 4 camels for it. Now he's sitting here, where are the knights? Where are the knights? And that's not even a stable up for
Yeah,
Gothfather. He's
no,
just
he
full
does have a
booming it.
stable, but
Oh, does he?
yep. But no,
There it is.
you're
Okay.
you're right.
Still no knights.
It's a very dangerous time because this economy is really starting to run away as far as numbers are concerned.
Exactly, and that's what like, we worry about the Mongol player getting to late game, but if the Mongol player's over here and has made 8 camels, thinking you're going to fight in Castle Age, and you boom to double his vills and then start making Cavalier or Paladin,
Yeah.
it's going to be a bad day for him.
Yeah, one TC behind this still for Androo, so Castle is up, Mangudai will be coming in. I like he's finally decided to pressure here. I think this is the right move. He's forcing a lot of vills to build houses, and we're actually seeing the pikeman upgrade has already come in here for the Gothfather. So pikeman actually a really good choice here.
But yeah, Camel especially will not last against even a handful of pikemen, really.
Now Andrew really needs to fix his eco to produce Mangudai. Needs wood and gold for that, and only has 7 on wood right now.
Really recognizing his situation though, pulling off on the production a little bit. He started some Mangudai, but he's getting his second TC up, so we're going to start to see an economic expansion. But he's already 32 vills down.
Yeah, this super boom is extreme risk here, but this could pay off very, very nicely for the Godfather. And I really like his decision to do this. When I first saw it, I was like, 4 TCs, no food production, like this is gonna hurt. But he really balanced it very nicely and has swung it quite favorably.
Andrew, I'm not surprised you're confused. That's exactly what I was just saying. I mean, you clearly built the camels expecting that the feudal knights, and it just not happened. And unfortunately, it takes you 5-10 minutes in game time to figure it out. And now it's starting to look tough. There are enough pikemen here to be a little bit scary. He's already getting a castle up on his golds. Um, but the Mangudai are crucial here, though, right? Because there will be no more house walling.
Yeah, and the castle is going to be in a pretty nice spot, but Mangudai still can run by this.
Was more than halfway up, and he deleted it to move it
Yeah.
8 tiles. That was a terrible move, I think.
Yep, and now he's going double siege workshop, so I think he's trying to go knight or pike siege push.
This castle was at risk of not going up because of that misplay. You should have just left the previous one. Why
Yeah,
would you
it's
do
gonna
that? I mean,
go
it'll
up
go up.
though, but yeah, that
Still,
was
like,
big risk. And still, I mean, Mangudai can run right past this still, and the camel's gonna find some villager kills here. The military numbers severely lacking for the Gothfather with this big boom. Very rough position.
yeah, but here's the issue in Castle Age, though, for the Mongols. I mean, Mangudai and Castle Age are not Mangudai and Imperial Age, and Mangudai and Imperial Age is when they're really scary, right? With all those many upgrades.
Yeah,
And then camels don't hold up against TC fire very well.
the important thing though, he is keeping the Mangudai numbers alive, and he's gone to somewhat of a better eco approach behind this. So he will be starting to add that
It is a
economy.
it is a better eco approach, but he's still 42 vills down.
Oh, absolutely. He's going to be behind for quite some time, but the Gothfather has to start to produce a ton of military here, and he's going siege. It is going to be siege pike. Look at all these barracks come down. He
That's
will
what I was just
have
going to ask.
8 of them.
Siege Pike, which feels iffy against the Mangudai, but if you have a big enough military lead and big enough eco lead to make this work, it's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out.
Yeah, this is full in castle here right now for the Gothfather, though. This is going to be extremely expensive. He has to produce tons and tons of military right now. Getting squires, getting arson right after that.
There's the castle you want.
You say there it comes? Yeah. And this is where that siege push is going to be a lot less effective, because what are we seeing here? Scorpions and mangonels. And essentially, if this castle does go up, the entire south and middle of the map, not really something to be worried about now for Andrew.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, you are facing Mangadai, the siege snipers,
Yep.
but you are also Teutons with your super strong siege as well. So
Yep.
it's I think it's kind of a draw almost. On the siege question.
Yeah, I feel like if we have Siege with Drill come in for Androo, he'll definitely have a decent advantage. But for now, Mangadai is not doing anything. Giga Chad Petard. That was a spectacular sighting. There's a Petard on the field after all. Mangadai taking some bills here. Gonna work
Term edition coming in for Gothfather.
Skirm.
Yeah,
Don't
elite
like
Skirm
that
coming in.
addition. He's got so much siege on the field. What do you need skirmishers for? I don't know. The boar was being massacred, yes. Mangadai doing an excellent job to micro down pikes, and honestly, this is really a good time for him to boom, so he is adding that other TCs. He's up to 3 and will be 4 here. And he
Yeah,
has
still about
2.
40 villas down. I think Gothfather needs to get Imp to get a advantage to push, right?
Yeah, I mean, this is where, like, Bombard Cannon and Trebuchets will really be very effective in this push. It's full Scorpion Pike here. You can't push castles with Scorpion Pike. It's not possible.
And Scorpion Pike's not great against Mangadai.
Well, Scorpion
It's,
will shred them, but
they will, but they underperform compared to what they would any other Cav Archer.
yep. And we do have the
Ironclad
tech
coming in,
coming in. Yep.
so the siege armor will be in, but that doesn't do anything against Mangadai.
Oh, there's a hole on the wood line in the south. Andrew gets in. Lots of vills gonna go down here.
Oh, and this is here's another sign or another result of all the map changes you were talking about earlier. The optimizing these maps. We used to have so much wood in the back that you didn't ever have to go out,
Yep.
but now you have to go out eventually, which results in these overchops. It results in having to
Oh.
fight for the middle, and
And the
devastating
castle
for
is being
Godfather.
rushed by pikemen. Oh no.
Oh, but no, but there's no
There's
this
Mangadai
castle.
there.
No, Ming and I are cowards and should let the pikemen do the work.
That is a lot of pikemen about to die. He does realize Scorpion's going back to defend against the Manganai push, but honestly, if they can't get back there, not going to do any good. And Mangadai will eat through this, and there goes a potential. A lot of ills about to die.
Yeah,
Oh, so weird.
bye bye Vil lead already down to less than 20 from about 40 just a moments ago,
Yeah, and the Scorpion, he has 26 Scorpion.
which is amazing. But they aren't in position.
Yeah.
I think what he needs is for this imp to come in. He already imp came in a while. The trebs needed to be quicker. Trebbing on the castles would draw in the Mangadai, and the scorpions could take them there.
Yeah,
This
Mangadai,
castle will be denied.
I don't know if he's going to go
Should be
to deny
denied.
it, but he will take a Vil on his way out.
Yeah, he's gonna run. Yeah, I saving Mangadai when you just hit him is probably fair.
Yep.
Oh, but he's walled back in, so um, eh,
Oh, 1 HP Palisade.
yeah,
Halberdier with trebuchets, though. Oh god.
and
Oh, what
scorpions.
is this? What? Oh god. Look at the petard production.
Oh
What is this,
wow.
Andrew? No.
I mean,
What are you gonna do
petard.
with
What?
petards?
Wait, what is he trying to petard?
I don't know.
Like what? Oh God, that's so many
I
petard.
know it's so
That's
many.
8. He has 2 more queued up. It's gonna be 12 petards. What are what are you petarding? You have the walls open. You can't get to those castles. There's so many buildings in front of the castles. The petards will never make it, even with 12 of them.
This is such a
And
great
even if they
game.
did, they're gonna the scorpions. Have you ever seen what is this? Have you ever seen a group of 27 scorpions destroy a group of 15 petards? Because you're about to.
Oh, and the scorpions are like, what are they
It
gonna
was a
do?
misclick. It was a misclick.
Here they come. Petards are pushing. Honestly,
I
though,
mean,
this military is starting to look very scary here. The Gothfather are going to have a very interesting position.
well, the thing, if and the thing is, if it wasn't for that misclick, if Andrew had
The darts.
15 more manga die right now, it wouldn't be such a scary spot.
I love that he's
But with,
he's going to go for the castle here.
I mean, you have to, right?
Oh,
Um,
he's going to get.
you might get the castle, but is it worth
He's
it?
going to get the castle.
I mean,
I love
that's
it.
good. I mean, but like, was that worth it?
Oh my God, no.
Oh,
I'm sorry. It's too hilarious. I can't believe that actually worked.
oh,
Elite
but
manga
still,
die on their way in finally being researched. I think we need to see Siege Ram or
do
Hal or
petards ever make
Onager.
sense when you can go siege ram with drill, like as
No,
Mongols? I just,
two more
oh
petards.
god.
I love this. This is a great game.
So did you know that that immediately after this game ended, Andrew went in and set his hotkey for petards to be M?
Oh, is that so? YM.
Yeah, because it's just far away from everything else. It's just
You
out of the
know,
way.
I think he should have left it because that was a spectacular move. He took out a castle. That's amazing. But no, I would have changed it too. He still has one petard under the castle foundation, and he has
Yeah.
one outside the gate still. Heavy
Now that's
Scorpion is
tad
in,
petard.
and this TC will be completely destroyed.
Oh yeah, but I mean, look at this though. This is the power of Teuton Siege though against those light cav. Couldn't get a snipe.
Yeah, and the Mangadai gonna get some kills, but honestly, not a good engagement. We need siege, and we need siege now from our manga or from our Mongol player.
Yeah, well we do, but we need fucking help from our Teuton player. Like he,
He has
I
help.
mean, yeah, I mean, I'm saying we need more though. I
He
mean,
look in his base.
okay, he's just fucking queuing up at home for no reason. Okay, but
Mad
Siege
production at least, but
Capram from Gothfather. I really like this.
yeah, and it's gonna be stable, so he's gonna go into a Hussar spam, which I guess full Hussar spam won't be the end of the world here, but Mangadai never gonna trade well against this. 18 heavy scorpions.
Oh,
Watch
look
the
at this.
Mangadai melt.
No. Oh God. Oh no. And see, this is where I was talking though, like with the castles at home, because I don't know. The castles out in the field did good. It's not like they didn't, but now you're completely defenseless at home. You don't have Mega 9 numbers to do anything. You haven't gone into siege. You don't have onager, siege onager. I think that's kind of in hindsight here. Like maybe when you see 29 fucking scorpions, you start researching up to onager and siege onager, right?
Yeah, exactly. 102 military for the Gothfather right now. He's got 200 population. Uh, Androo is struggling to keep houses up right now after losing the castles, and will lose a ton here. Is trying to prep a big counter of light cav. Well, it will be Hussar, I hope. We
Yeah, I
are
mean, see,
also seeing drill being researched in the north, and finally seeing siege workshops come down.
yeah,
Oh,
I
and
don't know.
Androo getting very lucky here. Gonna pick off a bunch of vills if he's lucky.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, this is a lot of
Andrew.
vills coming
Oh
forward.
God. Oh, why are they going there?
Because
What
they're
are they
going to
doing?
try to build in the south.
Oh, but just passing. No reaction. Oh, there's the reaction. Okay. Jeez, but like, oh yeah, and Andrew already has a big Ville lead of about 15, and it's going to grow to about 25 here. Um, this thing isn't Godfather being a little too thorough. Um,
I mean, this is an impressive showing from both. We're gonna have a complete wipe of the base here for Andrew, but at the same time, all those vills going down, and oh no, the Halb stuck behind the wall here, just gonna die too.
I feel like Godfather's being too. I don't know. He's being so thorough and destroying all these buildings. He's not getting as many Ville kills as he should be, I think.
Yep, Onager is coming in. It's already in, actually. They're being produced. So drill Onager, and these Scorpions will get flattened. And honestly, all the eco have really
Oh,
run or died in the
uh,
middle.
Gothfather was going for wood. He doesn't have hardly any wood at home. He's really hurting for wood at this point. So he can't keep
Yeah.
up Hal production for much longer. Not that he doesn't have 80 on the field, but
Yeah, and Halbs are about to die quite handily here with Siege Onager coming in as well.
yeah, I mean,
And
boy, look
honestly,
at the
the
way
eco
Andrew
has
has to run.
shifted, yeah. But in all fairness, there's
Oh,
not much left in here other than some stone. He
yeah,
has
but
no
but the
gold
farm
really.
he got, he lost how many farms he had to reseed, and just the inefficiency, the idle time.
He's still
Um,
in trouble of housed right now. He can't produce anything, so
yeah, that's the other side of all this. And okay, big mass Mangudai in here, potentially in danger.
oh yeah,
Getting
absolutely.
scorpion hits, scorpion hits, scorpion hits.
Yeah, but ultimately not
Um,
the worst trade there.
no,
Oh, the
no,
scorpions and the going into this castle really unfortunate here for the Gothfather as well in the south. They will
yeah,
all go
true,
down.
truly unfortunate.
And if these halbs
Uh,
follow these Mangudai, oh, big shots
oh,
incoming!
oh no, this is gonna hurt.
Oh,
Uh, and normally losing a ball of like 40 helb isn't the end of the world. But he has 11 wood. Godfather has 11 wood. He just
yeah.
doesn't have any wood. He can't replace those helps. Not right now.
Yeah, and he has like no options. He has a few in the front here, but oof. He did a great
Now,
job to push early, but like you said, probably a little too thorough.
yeah, like I think yeah, just too thorough from Godfather. If he had looked, he would see he was spending a lot of time with the Scorpions killing TCs that had no villagers in them. You should have just moved on and followed the Vills.
Like have doing a good job in the south here on the one TC that was placed by the Gothfather as well. Ultimately, pushed back into this corner, but at the same time, he's about to push forward as many Scorpions die on the front here.
Yeah, and this is the problem. I mean, Scorpion against Onager. This is especially Drill Onager. They're so quick. Now you're facing Lightcav, Mangudai, Onager.
Yeah, you can't do
What do you
much.
do? I mean, what you need at this point are Paladin, right? But that's not going to happen at this point.
No, he's committed to this strategy for sure here, and archery range is starting to be taken down the front. I think Capped Ram was researched for Andrew, but we have yet to see a ram on the field, so not the end of the world there, as he's not going to face a whole lot of resistance
Right.
that can fight him now.
Yeah, I mean, and it's such a question of how this plays out because it is a 40 vil lead for Gothfather after all these attacks from him. But what does he do to stop these Onager? He needs that cat. You know, the Petard's actually coming in clutch here. If that castle was up, especially with extra range on Teuton castles, this push would stall out a lot earlier. But as it is, what can Gothfather do?
I think he has to go to his opponent's base that he has destroyed.
Oh, look at this castle. This castle's gonna be amazing. Did he get the extra range? He did not. It's an expensive tech, so I don't blame him.
It all comes back
But
to the TC points.
oh, will this go up? Well, I gotta see the view.
That's
He
gonna go up.
can,
100% going
but
up.
yeah, he can't see it. I don't think.
Yeah, but I mean, still, that castle only secures it for long enough, and I think we'll see the ram switch come in here. Yep, here comes instant queue of rams for Andrew. And honestly,
Yeah,
these scorpions in the back with a few halbs really not doing anything. I think what we need to see happen is the Godfather needs to send Vils right across the middle and try to get in his opponents. And he is. He's going to build a town center there. Oh, that's Andrews. Got a Vil
yeah,
left.
yeah, Andrew going back. Yeah. Um, yeah, still significant eco lead for Gothfather.
Oh no, the
Still
mass
a military.
migration to the north.
Oh, this could be super sneaky though. He's going to sneak around.
Yeah,
But
and all the
look, it's
military going away, gonna try to deal with everything here.
oh yeah,
Oh, and the
and this
Mangudais, no, just wait for the siege.
Yeah, but it's not as many scorpions as it was earlier. It's not nearly as bad. He only lost one and all that. So man, this is quickly starting to feel like Andrew's game. Although earlier it felt 100% Gothfather's game, and they're sharing a wood line. Look at these fills. Manta would love this. The spirit of
In the
cooperation.
north, yeah. And there's a Mangudai there, so Vils will slowly die. More being added. I think the big problem that we saw early that was never rectified, as the rest of the Scorpions get cleaned up for the Gothfather, we saw no siege rams. Only saw a few trebuchets, and Scorpions can't really take out castles. That's the big problem. I think Andrew's about to research the tech that makes their houses when they're deleted no longer lose house space.
Yeah.
Like, he's tired of losing the house space. But yeah, it's definitely swung now. I mean, the Godfather hanging on here with a good villager count, but otherwise he's about to be smashed as soon as the Siege Ram, Mangudai, and Onager come in. Oh, there's still castles out. No conscription either. He's got conscription setting in here far behind this.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like Godfather's best strategy right now is to try to get Halbson close enough to get the Onagers to kill the Mangudai, and that's not a place you want to be for strategy.
Yep. He did a good job in the south to keep his position, and he does have some wood lines there now, but I think the siege rams will be let loose soon, and there's not a whole lot that can be done to stop this. The
Uh,
Halbs are gonna die to Mangudai and Onagers. Trebs all go down.
Feels like such a tragedy for Gothfather. If he had been a little better about if he had chased Vils rather than destroying every house in sight, he would have won this game with that big push he had earlier.
Yeah, yep. And I mean, it was a magnificent push.
It
Like,
was.
one of the best pushes that we've seen thus far in the tournament. And all stalling out because just of, like you said, too thorough. Nerf Mangudai. I don't think Mangudai will ever be nerfed any more than they already were the one time. But,
So expensive and so hard to get to. And
exactly.
Gothfather let this happen, like we said, by being too thorough.
Yeah, and ultimately, the GG should come in here pretty soon with the population space for the Gothfather about to plummet. He's only got 92 population. The GG does come in, and what a Mott and Bailey game have we just witnessed.
I really thought that was a Gothfather's game. I'm disappointed uh, for him that he didn't get to do that and make that happen.
That was an impressive game from both. Uh, I
Absolutely.
want to see these statistics because they're going to be crazy, especially military statistics. Military high for the Gothfather was 112. 557 to 227 KD for Androo. The Gothfather killing 42 buildings. Wow.
And that's what cost him the game.
Yep.
I mean, because this weren't 42 castles and 42 stables. It was 35 houses
Yeah.
and or 10 farms. Like
Yep. 120 villager high for both. This timeline is a mess. You can see where the population's dipped. I mean, it's what a game. GG's. Andrew pulls it off, survives that massive forward here from the Gothfather, and we'll move on into the next round. GG's from both, though. I mean, oh, that was probably one of my favorite games of the tournament right there.
it definitely had some highs, some ups and downs.
Yep. Uh, Guys, we are about to switch over to update the bracket. If you do not wish to see any spoilers, please look away now. But here we go. Androo winning the set 2 games to none against the Gothfather, and only one set left to cast. That is between Goth and New Normal here. And then we'll be down to best of fives. So Beck awaits the winner of Goth and New Normal. Androo will face Jabari. BBB will go up against Scamaz. Geo will go up against Lord Savage. Interesting, we've seen 3 participants from the 1200 bracket actually advancing here to the quarterfinals of the 1400 bracket.
And that comes down to preparation, and I think that was probably one of the big motivations for letting these people come in is um, playing the maps and thinking about the maps has paid off for everyone who's done it in this tournament. No one who goes far is just playing standard here.
Absolutely. But geez, what a set. GG's, well played. If you guys do end up seeing us on YouTube, make sure to like, follow, subscribe, all those good things. For everyone here on Twitch, that is going to be it for today. We'll be back again here on Thursday to cast Goth versus New Normal. And then going into the weekend, we'll have best of fives for the quarterfinals. Any closing remarks, Hitch?
Uh, I'm looking forward to seeing what Andrew does in the next round.
Absolutely. I'm excited to see that set. Can't wait. I can't wait to see all the quarterfinals. It's really getting to be very entertaining.
Yeah,
More maps. We get to see more maps every set too. It's gonna be very
yeah.
nice.
That's something to keep in mind, people. We have one more set from the that are set best of three, and everything else will be best of fives up until the finals. So, we've seen mostly land maps so far, but it's going to shift, and we're going to see mostly hybrid maps going forward.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. Can't wait. But
So,
thank you
so
guys.
the players are going to be tested.
Yeah, thank you guys for hanging out tonight. Been great. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know I have. Uh, and that's gonna be it for us tonight. We'll see you guys on Thursday.